Hey guys, my name is Dean. In this video, I want to show you some super simple stretches you can do at your desk to help with preventing and reducing back pain. These are things that you can do without any equipment. You don't even have to stand up, and you should get immediate pain relief. It'll also help with preventing pain in the future. So follow along to this as a routine, or you can bookmark this for later and use the exercises as needed. Our first stretch is a side bend. So go ahead and move up to the front of your chair so you can plant your feet firmly on the ground. Adjust your seat if you can so that you feel your feet in contact with the ground. And you can even push your feet into the ground so that you feel your hips, your thighs, and your core starting to work. From here, we're going to place your right hand on your right thigh. You're going to reach your left arm up and then up and over to the right. So here we're creating the sense of length through the body. So we're still pushing down through the feet. You want to think about lifting your chest up. You're pressing your left arm up and over to the right. So you're feeling stretching through the side of your body, through the shoulder, and then breathing in and out of your nose if you can. So as you inhale, you're going to lift up and get taller. And as you exhale, press up and over to the right a little bit more. You should feel stretching all the way from the hip up through the shoulder. We also want to make sure that we're feeling the upper back starting to work. So make sure that you're not hunched forward here, but see if you can lift your chest up and even arch your back a little bit as you're here. So even though this is targeting the shoulder and the side of the body, we should feel the lower body working. You should feel your abs working, and we should also feel kind of your head and neck working as you work on doing the opposite of what you normally do, right, which is rounding forward, but really getting those muscles in the upper back and the neck working. All right, let's go ahead and relax. We'll switch sides. So right arm up and over to the left now. Lift your chest up, push down through your feet, and breathe in and out of your nose. Now, a really good way to maximize the effects of what we're doing here is to use your breath to complement movement. So as you inhale, you want to think about getting your chest bigger, lifting yourself up, and then as you exhale, pushing over and going a little bit deeper into this. Notice that we're not using any equipment here. We're not standing up. We don't have to dramatically change what you're doing while you're sitting. So this is something that you can do multiple times throughout the day. And for the purpose of this video, I'm holding these for about a minute, but even 30 seconds is helpful. And if you want to hold it for a longer period of time, if it's really helping, if it's opening you up, if you're feeling the results, then you can do this for 2 or even 3 minutes. Let's do one more breath here. See if you can lift up a little bit more. Don't get lazy with your posture. Chest up, and then come back. Our next stretch is called a seated figure 4. And I say stretch, but I want you to think more about it as a strength exercise as well. So for this one, you're going to cross your left ankle over your right knee, and we want to push down through your right foot. So you feel your right thigh working. You even feel maybe the right glutes working. And then you want to push your left thigh toward the chair or toward the ground so you feel more stretching through the outer left hip. You can place your hands on top of your left leg here. Lift your chest up. Bring your chin in toward your throat. So this is going to help with correcting your neck posture. That's going to help with your cervical spine. That's going to help with neck and shoulder pain. And then again, breathe in and out of the nose here. It's probably unlikely that you're going to remember to keep your muscles working the whole time. So whenever you forget and you realize you're getting kind of lazy with it, then just remember to do it again. So push down through the right foot, push your left thigh toward the ground, pull the chin in toward the throat, and breathe. This probably won't feel natural because we don't normally sit like this. It's also probably going to feel a bit challenging because it's difficult to have good upright posture. Most of us just don't have strength in that position. So if it's uncomfortable, that's normal. It will get better over time. Just try to do it consistently. All right, let's go ahead and switch sides. So now we're going to cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Flex your toes back toward the shin. Lift your chest up. Once again, we want to think pulling the chin in toward the throat, finding a good base with your lower body so we can feel the muscles in the legs working. Right? We're not sitting back in the chair and letting all the weight go into the lower back. Instead, you want to think about, well, what would it feel like if I were to stand up here? How does it feel to use those muscles in the lower body? And a lot of this is not just, like I said, it's not just stretching. We also want to get the muscles working, to build strength, to get blood flow into the muscles. And that's what's really going to help with getting to the root causes of lower back pain and poor posture. The cool thing about these exercises, right, we can do them whenever we're seated. You can do them multiple times per day. So I encourage you to favorite or bookmark this workout and come back to it as often as you need. Maybe in the morning, a midday break, your lunch hour, whenever you have time to do it. Or if you're just feeling tired and you need a little break to reset and recharge, doing these exercises will help tremendously with that. All right, let's go ahead and release. Our next stretch is going to be a seated cat-cow. So we're going to work on arching your back as much as possible, looking up at the ceiling, and then rounding your back, pulling your belly button toward your lower back, letting your chest cave in, tucking your chin in, and then going to the arch. So bringing your chest forward, arching your lower back as much as possible, kind of tightening through the lower back, looking up, and then rounding through the spine. Now, as you do this, a lot of office workers will have herniated disc or they'll have lower back pain when you round your back. So if that's you, then don't worry so much about rounding your back here. So rounding your back is when you slouch your chest in. So just don't go as deep there if that feels painful. The most important part of this movement for office workers is going to be the arching position, because this is what we don't do while we're seated. Try to inhale to arch if you can. So inhaling, arching your back. And then when you get to the top, exhaling and rounding. And if matching the breath with the movement right now is just a little too complicated, don't worry about it. That's more advanced. The most important part of this is just getting that movement through the spine, arching and rounding and getting the spine moving, getting that back bend that you don't do at all during the day. All right, relax there. Our next stretch, I really love this one. This is called a seated horse pose. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to spread the legs wide the best you can, given whatever your office chair situation is. We're going to bring your right wrist inside your right knee, extend your left arm up, and then hold. So this is a really good one because we're getting some stretching through the groin. We're also getting a really good stretch through the body. We're getting some opening through your mid and your upper back, and trying to breathe in and out of the nose as we're here. If you want to make this easier, you can kind of relax that right arm on the right thigh. So that way you don't have to use your strength as much to support your body weight. Or you can make it more intense by letting that right arm kind of drape inside the right leg. And then we get to use your core strength a little bit more to hold upright. If this is painful for the neck, I would just look straight forward. But over time, we want to work on getting that range of motion through the neck. So starting to look up at the ceiling, right, getting that twisting, because we're usually just looking straight forward all day. And let's go ahead and switch sides. So now left wrist comes inside the left knee. We're going to reach the arm up, get the legs wide, and breathe in and out of the nose as we're here. So as you inhale, think about lifting your chest up. As you exhale, roll back the shoulder. And we do want to have, again, muscle engagement here. So if you can think about kind of pushing your feet into the floor as you're here, almost like you're going to stand up, that's going to help with supporting the lower back. That's going to help get your hips and your core involved more. And ultimately, that's what causes lower back pain. The lower back pain is caused because our lower back is just doing too much work. We need to shift the weight, shift what your body is doing to your hips, to your core, get those big muscles working there so that your lower back isn't doing all of the work anymore. Let's do one more stretch here. Think about getting as big as you can with your body, reaching your right arm up, pressing your left arm down, and then releasing. All right, one more stretch I want to show you, and this is a really, really good one. A little harder to do, but see if you can do it. This is called a seated lunge. So you're basically going to turn to the side so that you're facing the side of the chair. We're going to have the right leg on the edge of the chair, and the left leg is going to be kind of dangling off the chair. So depending on your chair situation, you might have to lean more to the right so that your chair doesn't fall over. And then from here, bring your left leg back Make sure the toes are planted, and then squeeze your left thigh to start straightening that leg. And this is going to create this big stretch through the quadriceps and the hip flexors in that left leg. The muscles in the hips are usually what cause tightness in the lower back. Those muscles get tight, they pull in the lower back and cause pain. If you've heard of the psoas muscle, that's what we're stretching when we're doing this stretch here. So this is a very thick muscle that basically connects the legs to your trunk. And when we stretch that muscle, that gets to a lot of the root causes of lower back pain. So we want to squeeze the thigh here, pushing the heel toward the ground, getting this big stretch to the front of the hip. And if you want to make this a little more effective, reach up and over with your left hand toward the right. Puff out your chest, kind of get a little bit of a back bend here. And this is a really good, and again, super accessible stretch because we don't even have to stand up to do it. You can use the chair for as much support as you want to make it easier, or you can even maybe lift yourself out of the chair if you want to make it a little harder and a little more challenging. Again, the more that you can integrate strength with this, the more longer lasting the effects of this posture, of this stretching is going to be. All right, let's go ahead and release, switch sides. Remember, these are stretches that you can do at any time. You can do them multiple times per day. You don't even have to use this video to do it, but feel free to come back for that technique explanation. So now, resting the left leg on the edge of the mat, or the chair, we don't have a mat here, and then reach your right leg back. Toes tucked if you can. Press your heel toward the ground. Squeeze your right thigh. It doesn't have to be as far back as mine is. Keep in mind, I do this for a living, so I'm more flexible than most. So if you want to bring your foot closer in to make that more accessible, go for that. And then we want to see if we can reach the right arm up and over to the left to make that stretch deeper. Feel free to shift your weight to the left if it feels like the chair is unsteady here. And this is one exercise where I'd actually even recommend making the chair go a little bit higher. So if your chair does adjust, right, you can do that. And that will also make it so that if you're not as flexible, this stretch becomes accessible. You want to try and breathe slow and controlled in and out of the nose as you're here. So if you notice that you're holding your breath or getting distracted, just focus on the stretching for a few minutes here. You'll probably actually feel more productive and more energetic if you can do that versus thinking about what you need to do when you finish stretching, thinking about what's next on the to-do list. And this also helps with that mindfulness buzzword that everyone's really into right now. So we're holding this stretch for about 1.5 minutes. You can do this for, a minute, even 30 seconds is useful, but I try to aim for at least a minute with each of these stretches. So there we go. Some stretches you can do at your desk while seated. I also have a whole series of workouts you can do with all standing. So without having to get down on the ground. That's usually more accessible for office workers as well. If you want to check out the first workout from that series, click over my head here and try it out when you have a chance. Thanks guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Put out new videos every week. Hopefully your back is feeling better. Come back to this as often as you'd like, and I'll see you on the next video.